It's your boy Young Love, I give him that treatment. Pancho leg stand, Panchi America, Panji Dwala, Banaban, Pancho leg stand, Panchi America, Panji Dwala, Banaban, walk on your leg, Kankara, what on a watching, Oga leg, gear, power, leg, Panda with Yay, Panchi America, Pania Dwala, Bano, Chingatonga Pandon, could you ever buy a checker, Papu Panda Jiro, what they be Dwala venting. Stand Panchi America, Panji Dwala, Banaban, Pancho leg stand Panchi America, Panji Dwala, Banaban, walk on your leg, Kankara, what on a watching, Oga leg, gear, power, leg, Panda with Yay, Panchi America, Pania Dwala, Bano, Chingatonga Pandon, Kujura
Welcome to Lake State Media Show tonight, this afternoon, wherever you are tuning in. We will be having a guest, Mr. Chol Duang. This evening in Nairobi will be 5 p.m. and 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock in a.m. in USA, Eastern Standard Time, and it's already Monday here in Australia. Will be a very great show. We welcome our panels. Our brother Chol Duang, welcome to Lake State Media.
Thank you very much. I'm happy to be here.
Okay, and Emmanuel Majur, welcome to Lake State Media Show, guys. How are you doing?
Thank you very much. Very good, doing great. Thank you very much, Lake State Media.
You are welcome. Okay, before we start, we will remind ourselves with one song from Franco, and then we will start from there. Thank you so much, guys. Welcome once again. We have to say thank you
That's
to
the wonderful
Franco.
song. That's my favorite song ever. That's my favorite song ever.
Me too. Yeah, it's very meaningful song. Yeah, it's very nice. All right. Thank you so much. Welcome once again to Lagos State Media Show tonight, today, this afternoon, this evening, wherever you are tuning in. Live, we have our guest, new appointee, new spokesperson of the South, Honorable Chol Duang is with us, and Comrade Emmanuel Majur as well is in the panel. I have to introduce also the panels. We have Mr. Madit Majak also here as a co-host, and CEO Olmakur, also one of the hosts of tonight's show. We three of us and the few will join us later. Will begin the show to ask you some few questions. Um, I think that we need to mute somebody. We have echo. What we do normally, we have to mute all of you, such that to avoid the echo coming in. And yes, all right. Now it seems like you are in the open space, Mr. Chol Duang. The echo was really coming direct from your place. The first question that we will throw to you before I unmute you is, can you tell us more about SAF and SAF slide forward A and the progress in the South Sudan national agenda for peace, unity, and development? That is the first question we need to ask from you first before then we will ask you how you come in here, because you are part now of SAF. That is the first question to answer.
Thank you very much, Isaac Teng and Madit Majak Bolmakur. I'm actually a huge fan of your show, and I am happy to be on this program today. Just to go straight to the question, as you all know, SAF stroke A stands for South Sudan United Front and Army. It's a national political and military organization that was formed in 2018. The objective
Before
and
you answer the question, can you introduce yourself first?
Oh, okay, then. Thank you. My name is Chol Duang. I was a journalist. I've worked for South Sudan TV before it became South Sudan Broadcasting Corporation. I worked as a news anchor and a reporter. I was very much involved, with covering the conflict right from 2014 through 2019. I'm also a student of journalism and a Mandela Washington Fellow that brings young African leaders to the Washington, D.C. to meet U.S. government leaders and to talk about democratization in Africa. I'm also a fellow at Bridgewater State University in Boston. That is a little bit about myself.
Very good. Yeah, very nice. Thank you so much, Abraham Madit, for bringing in that one, because I know him already. That's the reason I just skipped that one. That is all right for the audio, our viewers.
We were.
Also, would like Emmanuel Majur also to introduce himself to the audience. and the panels as well before we go to the questions, I said.
Okay, thank you very much. My name is LT Colonel Emmanuel Major. I'm a member of SAF military wing. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Emmanuel and Chol Duang, for joining in. You said you are a huge fan of our media, and also I was a fan of you when you used to report in South Sudanese national television. I've been watching all your reports. So thank you and welcome to Lake State Media once again. I will also some of my viewers to introduce themselves as well to you and to our audience. I will start with Abraham Madid and then we'll go to Bolmapur.
Okay, thank you, Isaac. Thank you, our guests, Chol and Emmanuel. Welcome to Legacy Media. My name, so most of people know me, Abraham Jack, and I'm from Michigan. And Chol, I know you are from Boston. My brother lives in Boston, and I visit Boston time to time. So thank you for coming. So I'm one of the Lake State Media hosts, and I will stop here. Bonako.
But it seems like his internet has frozen. It's not moving and it's not showing
Okay.
anything. Yeah.
So if the politician is causing.
All
yeah,
right.
he will
Yeah.
introduce himself that when he come back. So let Chol with the question.
Yeah. Chol Duang, now you can go ahead to answer the question that I first asked you to tell us the view and of the South as you have already almost starting it. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you once again. Like I was speaking, saying that South Sudan United Front was formed in 2018, and the reason it was formed was because of the prevailing situation in the country. South Sudan United movement as a party had seen the need to be in existence because South Sudan was at the crossroad. There was and there has been a political unrest in the country, as you all know, which has affected all our people. You may be in knowledge of the mass displacement that has happened in South Sudan as a result of the war that started way back in 2013. And South Sudan United Front movement saw the need to come in and try to find a way forward for the people of South Sudan to come out of this quagmire. That was the reason why this movement came into existence. And the chairman of this movement is none other than General Paul Malong, who is the chairman and the C of South Sudan United Front and Army. Since its formation until today, he has been the one leading the agenda for the transformation of South Sudan through SSUF. That is the background that I can give you, and I am open to discuss more.
All right. Then, okay. What time did you join SAF? Or when did you join SAF?
Well, I joined SSUF in 2019, but I later physically came to SSUF in 2020 in February this year. But before that, I was a SSUF supporter and a member before joining SSUF. So these are two different things. Being a supporter and being now, a part and parcel member, an active member. So I am an active member, but I was a supporter for SSUF.
Okay. As a new appointee spokesperson of SAF, what is the vision of the mission of SAF? The vision that you have?
SAF still remains, committed to ensuring that peace returns to South Sudan through popular mobilization, of South Sudanese to be able to understand and actually, take lead of their own future. And that is our mission. Our mission is to ensure that South Sudan, returns to normalcy, returns to stability, and that nobody on the street or in the villages of South Sudan goes hungry, sleeps hungry, or displaced from their homes. This is what SAF is looking for, and this has always been the mission and the vision of South Sudan United Front is development, a prosperous country where everyone has equal opportunities. That is the vision. And the mission is to ensure that South Sudan returns to stability.
Okay. All right. Recently, there is a news that is circulating in the social media of the disagreement or the issues that are happening within the party. This thing has surprised us. We have hosted one of the former member of SAF in our show here. And now I want to ask you a question. Are the members of SAF ready to reconcile the differences within the party or not? Are you ready to reconcile or to discuss? Because we heard there is the differences in the party. There are some people dismissed, and whether it's one person or more, we need to know more about this from you in this new force given to you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Isaac, for that question. And I'll take you back through what exactly happened at SAF. And what I have to confirm to you is that there are no differences inside SAF. We have no differences. What happened is that one member of the party of SAF movement was suspended for disciplinary measure. He was suspended on grounds that were internal, internal issues that were just the reason why one member was suspended. But it was not that there were differences. And this member was found to have been in contact with national security agents in Juba. And this had gone on right just immediately after his appointment as the spokesman until the day he was suspended. And so it was like an internal matter. And so the leadership sat and decided to suspend this member, pending investigation. So that's what exactly happened. It was found out that one member who was entrusted with documents and files of the party had been in contact with state agents who were out there to destabilize the movement. And so the leadership and SAF as a party decided to put this person, under suspension, pending investigation. That's what exactly happened.
All right. I understand you said you quote the word here, suspended, and for the disciplinary, which means suspension is somebody who can be reinstated. Is it suspension or dismissal?
Yeah, what happened was a suspension at first. Members sat and decided that this member be placed under suspension for investigation, and if found guilty for or capable for being in contact with people that were out there to destabilize the movement, then he was going to be to face some internal disciplinary measures. These measures could be anything, and that's what exactly happened. Now this member couldn't wait, for the leadership to decide the way forward for him. He decided immediately to cut contact with the party members. He was called back to come and to meet a committee that was set up, and he declined to come and meet that committee. He also cut contact with everybody in the movement. Every time we tried to reach him, he was not getting back to us, until we were surprised by some Facebook announcements coming from him.
Okay, yeah. There's one statement that I have quoted from him. That's the reason I need to ask this. Is it only one person who has left the party, or are there many? Are there more?
It's only one particular member who has decided to leave the party, but he was only suspended. So it was suspended pending investigation. But then, when the leadership discovered that this member was behaving irrationally, he was out there in the public airing out some things, some allegations that are not really true. The leadership decided to remove him completely from the party. This member has gone against the party's code of conduct. He has gone against the rules and regulations, that that everybody in the movement should abide by. And so the leadership decided to remove this person like indefinitely. He's dismissed from the party.
Okay. All right. All right, then. No worries. Thank you so much. I will give the floor to the rest of the panels to throw in their questions. Brother Bol Makur, you've been dropping off. The 10 was yours before to introduce yourself to the guest. So if you have a question, you introduce yourself and you ask if you have anything you need to ask Honorable Chol Duang.
Chol Duang, you are highly welcome to Lake State Media. Comrade Emmanuel, you are welcome. And CEO Medit, you are welcome. And our brother, Isaac Paul, which is the greatest host of Lake State Media. Thank you, Chol, for narrating or for explaining this very urgent situation to us. But I have just a very light question to you. You said that this member was suspended because he's putting out which are not true. Can you tell us one of the allegations so the public can be educated, which lead to this suspension?
Okay, thank you, Bol Makur, for that question. Just to take the public, through this particular situation, you all may be aware that this member was the spokesman for the movement and for the chairman. Like he doubles as the spokesman for the party and as well for the chairman, and therefore he was in access of all those sensitive information and files of the movement and of the party. And he was also involved as a contact person for South Sudan United Front and the Rome mediation team, as well as the Soma leadership and other associations, that have interest with South in one way or the other. And so it has been going on and on that files, sensitive files and documents have popped up in South Sudan, particularly with the national security and other state agents. And these files, are for South Sudan United Front. But the only person who was in possession of these files was none other than the former spokesperson. Nobody was in possession of these documents except he himself, and sometimes maybe the chairman. But you all know, even logic tells you that chairman cannot betray himself to be, passing on sensitive information, to Juba.
Okay.
You said that there is a leak of the document. That's what I understand. But currently, we have documents that can be held digitally, and some can be held as a hard document. To leak a document in our modern world, there should be a
Bol, can you announce your question? We lost him.
Okay. Yeah, it's coming back.
Don't highlight a large statement on the screen. It blocks people from seeing.
Yeah, just repeat your question, Bol. Chol was fall off.
May may I get that
Some document
question again, please?
that he have leaked some information out, and I would like to ask you, what did what document out, for instance? Did he leak it out through an email, or did he give it to information to somebody to be transported in Juba? What did you
I
can prove it to us that this document was leaked to the government or to any other organizations? So tell us.
I will not really go into details about how these documents return to us, because that one would, of course, harm those who are able to forward to us these documents. So I treat this as a very sensitive matter. But all we should know is that we this fellow, or this member who was suspended, was in contact with individuals who had interests, or who had security interests in South, by forwarding or passing on. We cannot really tell what kind of, or what means he was using to pass on this information. But all we know is that each time this information reaches Juba, it comes back to us. So I wouldn't want to go into details about this, because it's a security matter, and we do not wish to have some people affected.
That means they tell us that by him leaking document and when a document came back right away into your hands, this shows us that SUF have some members in the government. They're working for the government, but they are just under the ground. Is it true?
I cannot comment on that.
Okay, thank you, Chol. But you said another question. You said that SUF still committed to make sure peace return to South Sudanese. Echoes, we cannot concentrate at all.
Is the network cutting?
Is committed to return peace to the people of South Sudan, and we know that SUF joined allies to form SOMA. If these allies later went back to Rome and they could not agree with the government, will SUF break away and return to Juba? Because you said that SUF is ready to bring peace. If this body later on refuse to support peace, will SUF break away from Soma and go back to Juba or join the government?
First of all, SUF is not alone in this peace process that is taking place in Rome. It's involved with other parties, in negotiating with the government. But all in all, it's about peace, for the people of South Sudan. You are very much aware that people are in refugee camps, people are in displacement centers, across the country. As I speak to you, people are starving. There's a famine, in Barra Ghazal, in Upper Nile, and of course Equatoria. So South Sudan United Front is looking, at all ways, that ensure that people of South Sudan don't suffer, after reaching any agreement under San Gidio, and of course alongside other parties like the NAS and the real SPLM. So SUF is not going and has not been engaged with the government as an individual party. We are under SOMA, and of course there are discussions at the level of SOMA that everything that is going to take place should be in the interest of the people of South Sudan, but not in the interest of the individuals. And so I do not see where SUF would be able to engage on its own. So it's not in our interest as a party to engage with the government separately or outside SOMA charter.
We know that SAP and other allies went to Rome so they can cease the hostilities, so war cannot be continued in South Sudan. Do SAP forces now involved in killing civilians in South Sudan or not?
That is a security matter, and it's also a military matter. May I hear that again? May I?
We have signed the peace. So SAP and other allies will refrain from staging war in South Sudan. Do your forces now staging war? Are they involving in fighting people of South Sudan now, or have they sealed themselves from fighting the?
First of all, as you all know, we have signed a cessation of hostilities agreement earlier. I mean, in December this last year. And therefore, we are abide by this agreement by ensuring that no hostilities should take place throughout this peace process, unless otherwise. But SAF and other parties that are involved in the Rome peace process don't have interest in attacking, towns or attacking villages or anything. It's not in their interest, and that has not been happening since the cessation of hostilities was signed. And so I do not really wish to comment a lot on that, because we are abide by the agreement on cessation of hostilities. That's what I can give you.
Okay, thank you, Chol. Let me ask you two more questions, and I will give it to Mr. Madid. We had some rumors that said that Sunday John took over the SUF, and General Malong will not participate again in Rome peace agreement. Tell us more about this.
First of all, we have a leadership structure, at South Sudan United Front. We have the chairman, who is General Paul Malong. We have the Secretary General, who is the second most senior person in the party. So Sunday John does not fall anywhere near, the highest organ of the leadership, and it's laughable. It's really laughable that just a junior member like any one of us would go on Facebook and announce something that is very funny, for the public. So I wish to say that that one should not be taken as a serious thing. Sunday is a member, is just a particular member in the movement, and he was suspended. So all those you see on Facebook there are for somebody seeking, publicity and to try to be relevant so that he can find a way maybe to return to Juba or something on his own. Otherwise, he's the only one person, one member, and just a junior member in the party. So there's nothing like that. No, there hasn't been anything like a coup or whatever that I see people talking about it. The chairman remains the official representative of the staff, internally and externally.
Floor to other members to ask question. Thank you so much, Bolmaku. I'm Bolmaku of Lake State Media. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bol.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Bol, and thank you, our guest, Chol, for. So actually, I want to follow up question. You said that Sunday John is a junior members. of SIF, of South Sudan United Front. Do Sunday John one of the founder of South Sudan United Front? Do Sunday John, my question is regarding, you said that Sunday John is a junior member. So do Sunday John is a founder member of South Sudan United Front?
Do you mind if you repeat that question, please?
Yeah, the question is, Chol Duang, is Sunday John one of the founders of the SSUF?
That is not true. That is not true, and I can explain that to you because when SSUF was formed, Sunday was here in the street of Nairobi, as a student, and the movement was formed by very high profile figures, in the country, that is General Paul, of course, and then Talar, but then Talar later left. Sunday was only invited because he felt like he wanted to build his, himself, and for his future career. He was not invited to come and be a founding member, like he purports to say on Facebook. That's not true. Sunday was only, and of course Sunday came through Talar, and so he was just coming to, to build himself, like what he's doing. So I do not really see that, to be really considered that he was a founding member. It's not true.
Okay.
Yeah, brother, when the SIF, South Sudan United Front, was founded, I think it's 2018, right? If I'm wrong. Yeah. So when I was aware that I would follow the news when your party was announced in public, in the media, and I see that Sunday John was one of the active members, spokesperson during that time. He was the one who put out any news, any update that came out from South Sudan United Front, and he was there. So I was surprised that you said Sunday John is a junior member, while he have a sensitive document, and also too, he was very active in the beginning when they created party. So my question, going back to that question, is it that is the reason why you guys has extradited Sunday John, because he's a junior member?
Calls himself a founding member, a member of the National Executive Council. All these things are not really true. Sunday is a secretary for information, just like another secretary, but there is what we call Secretary General. Sunday falls under that. And so it behooves people that Sunday would call himself sees himself like equal to General Malong. And one thing I just would like to say here, as you all know, General Malong, is known for building, young people. He has done that, in all the
network of Nairobi. Both of them are blackout.
Both of them.
Yeah, both of them.
It's break that down.
Yeah.
Welcome, brother God. So thank you guys for tuning in. Please listen, put it in. Keep sharing the video, and we will dig out the more.
Yeah, we're coming.
We need to.
Yeah, it's coming back.
Okay, sure, it's coming back.
Sorry.
Sorry, I dropped. I dropped. Okay, I was continuing. I said, Sunday.
Again, Prozan. That's not good. That is very bad. For those who type more questions, we cannot display them in the screen. If you have a question, please just make it very short. 2 sentences is enough for the screen. That is the advice for those who write the questions or anything that you need to ask. Don't make it like paragraphs, just a sentence. The question should not be a paragraph. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. Now we heard from that this is the incident. There's something which is being running, circulating the social media in sub party. We had this interview the former spokesperson, and now we got a new appointed spokesperson, Honorable Chol Duang. Is the one now we have the difficulties of the internet. We have had some answers from him, and there are some questions that he has declined to answer. And Lake State Media is still digging down to ask some few more questions. And also we will be interviewing Major as well. He's one of the infantry lieutenant colonel in sub army. Gardeng Mabog, welcome to the show. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you, Isaac. I will just listen because I just came after you guys have started already. So I will just be calm and wait for the boys. Yeah.
Okay. Matiang Chadwok, Brother Isaac, send me the link. Yeah, there are people who are requesting the link to be sent to them. Let we exhaust the questions, the guests first. If we can drop the link, we will drop it for you to join in. Or if you have a question, just type it and we will read it out or display it for him to answer your question. So what do you think, Abraham? Abraham.
I think Abraham is having some issues.
Yeah, they have a network problem.
Yeah.
So then let we be having some. I think we can play some music.
Yep.
Going to the promised land.
Let me answer you, my brother. Hey, Charlie. Charlie. We pay our bill, the whole year bill. We pay the whole year bill. That
Charlie,
was a good one.
I like that. I laugh a lot, man. The internet issue is not the bill. It's not a matter of bills, man.
So we pay our own bill here. Let's say media pay his
Oh,
own bill for a year, but over there, our guest, network is not our problem.
that is
But that's a good
in
one though.
East Africa. Oh, Charles, man.
So we are waiting. We're still waiting. So the guys, I don't know why they are not coming back yet. Probably the data is out.
Maybe
It's just
Well, it looks like Bolo might not come on.
yeah, Bola Nong internet issue as well. And again, we teach bill still paid. All right, okay. I think we can have some music or videos.
Okay, guys, I have the news. Isaac.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, include that power went off. Okay.
Oh.
The power went off, and they were not able to come back the network. That's why the network is lost because of power. And for 30 minutes to go to a different place, or we can do it tomorrow. So that's what they're saying, because they said that their power is went off, that make a network connection went off, so they could not able to come back. From here,
I was hearing you guys. I did not left because of network. They called me on my end, so I was trying to pick their phone up.
Okay. Yeah, we have a report. We have an update. The guys, they just called me and they said that their power went off. They could not able to come back because the power went off and the internet network went off. And they require so they can go to a different place and find their network, or we can let them come back tomorrow. So meanwhile, while that's our guests that will not come back, can we open the floor to the people, or we can end the show?
Yeah.
Yeah. I prefer to open the floor to the people, those who want to join in and ask the question, or come and show their view. Or what do you think?
Yeah, I think
I agree. I agree. That's okay. Yeah.
All right then.
Okay, let me send.
I dropped the.
Let me send the link out so I can pin it.
Yep. Just pin it down.
I will drop the link and then I will pin it.
Yep.
So, guys, we open the phone now to everybody. If you want to join in to come and question, concern, and those guys will hear it. Maybe more they can answer. You can join the show.
Thank you so much. Just the very funny some questions going down here. Yeah, it's a military ban because it's something to do with the rebels or oppositions. We have to play these musics. It's not for the coup. It's not a coup music. If you can go back and research again about this Salamazika, Jonathan Salatiel, it's not that what you mean. So guys, the link is pinned down, and if no one is coming up for that, then okay, we can close the show, Bolmakur, and then we will wait until when they are ready, we host them back again, because now they said the power went off, and yeah. So what do you think?
Isaac, that's what I am thinking. We should actually close the show, and then we will come back as soon as possible. We appreciate our audience, and once they are ready, we will come back. We'll give live 15 minutes to gather everybody, and then we will start our questioning. Thank you all.
No worry. Thank you so much, Bolmakur, and all our audience. We appreciate your presence. Thank you. Our guests, when they have power on again, we will let you know, and we will start another live show as soon as possible, and it will be published on our page, and you will all be aware of. So thank you. I am asking you to have a very good evening, good morning, good night, wherever you are tuning in. Lagos State loves you all. Thank you.
It's your boy Young Love, Ajib Entertainment. Pancho Lagos State, Panchi America, Panji Duang, Banaban, Pancho Lagos State, Panchi America, Panji Duang, Banaban, Wokaji Lake, Kankara, Watana watching, Oga Leg, Gear, Wow, Leg, Panda with Yay, Panchi America, Pania, Dwalabano, Chingatonga Pandon, could you ever buy a check out? Patu Panda Gear, what they be, Dwalabanting. Stand Panchi America, Panji Dual, Banaban, Pancha Lake Stand Panchi America, Panji Dual, Banaban, Wokaji Lake, Kankara, Watana watching, Oga Leg, Gear, Pow, Lake, Panda with Yay, Panchi America, Pania Dual, Chingatonga Pandon, Kujera.